And now we want to bring in Doug Heye with the Harvard Kennedy School Institute of Politics, who has served in leading communications positions in the U.S. House as well as under the George W. Bush administration. Doug, thank you so much. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Were you surprised that COVID did not come up today, considering that he did make good on the promise of 100 million vaccines, now has doubled that?
I'm stunned it didn't come up, actually, given the number of questions that he took. You know, we're still at a point where 1,000 Americans are dying every day. And while every picture that we see, every video we see of people getting needles in arms is good news, personally, anecdotally, and also statistically, we still have 1,000 people dying. We still have a lot of challenges. We still have worries about, are there going to be further spikes? So that he didn't get a question on that was really surprising to me. It's one I bet he would have been well prepared for.
How do you think he handled the hot button issue of the moment? And that, of course, is the migrant surge at the border.
Yeah, I think it's still a wait and see. You know, this is a fast developing situation. It's also going to be a long developing situation. We know every year that this time of year is when you start to see a surge for migrants crossing the border. There are a lot of reasons for that. We know that every year, but what we don't know is, has the rhetoric from Biden caused more people to come, and will it cause more people to come? You know, he said very often that he's a nice guy, that he's nicer than Trump. Well, people in these countries are hearing that. And if that causes more people to come, that exacerbates the problem. The government is not prepared to handle this. That's true of the Biden administration, obviously the Trump administration, which took a very different tenor, obviously, than Biden does. They're not prepared for this at this point, and we're going to see heart-wrenching video coming next week, next month, and how we prepare for that, or how we answer that, how the president answers that, is going to be paramount.
And Doug, it does seem like the Republicans smell blood in the water politically when it comes to this issue. This is the one they're regularly beating the drum over right now.
Absolutely. Republicans always feel that they have an advantage when it comes to immigration. We're starting to see those numbers shift a little bit, where it's getting a little bit less in Republicans' favor, more equal for Democrats, but it still is an issue that drives the Republican base more than it drives the Democratic base. That's why you saw Kevin McCarthy go down to the border, and that's why you'll hear a lot more rhetoric about this than other things from Republicans. They don't want to talk about opposing, say, the COVID relief bill, because even though there was so much in that bill that wasn't about COVID relief, it's a popular bill. Anybody who sees these images coming from the border is bothered by them, and regardless of what the answer is politically, it's an opportunity for Republicans.
And Doug, a few seconds left. Let me get to this point, too. He seemed very tap dancing around the filibuster issue, because I think those of us who follow politics know that is the nuclear option if they get rid of it. Do you think he will pull that trigger, and what does that unleash in D.C.?
It looks like he's trying to pull half a trigger. Joe Biden is an institutionalist of the United States Senate. He doesn't want to break that precedent. But ultimately, if he feels he needs to move his agenda further, he's going to do it. What I worry about is, and we've seen this in the past, the bar that we have keeps getting lower and lower and lower, and Congress's approval rating falls each time.
Thank you for your time and your insight tonight. Certainly, this plate was full today, to say the least. Doug Heye, thank you so much for being with us.